Hello everybody, welcome to the second live session for today. Remember I said in the first live session that due to the American bank holiday, we usually do not trade the markets, all right, because the price tends to crawl and behaves abnormally, okay. And you can see that today it has been a very quiet market because of basically this bank holiday in America, okay. That bank holiday there, that is what has stalled the market, okay. And unfortunately we took a few trades today. Sorry, we took two trades rather. One in the euro against the sterling pounds, which was hit at stop loss. Whenever we take those aggressive trades, they tend to go bad once there is a news announcement. You can see that of all the aggressive trades we have taken, it's only news announcements that can kick them out, all right, because majority of them tends to be profitable. So it's only news announcement that has given us the few losses that we have had, okay. All right, so the euro against the sterling pounds, what next? What are we expecting here? You should expect a range, okay. Price is going to just remain somewhere in here. The overall directional bias is still to the downside, but you should be expecting a range in market bias behavior. Let's see the daily time frame. Let me shift my okay. All right, in the daily time frame, all of this is still bearish, okay. Price is still pushing to the downside, but the bulls are giving the bears a hard time on that fall. In the 4 hours time frame, this was the level that we were trading off. That level right there, it's a key level of support that should have acted as resistance. A very nice setup indeed, a high quality setup, but the news announcement gave us that abnormal volatility that you are seeing right there, okay. And as a result, the stop loss was hit, even though I tried to reanalyze the pair looking for the closest level of resistance. The stop loss was still hit. Most of you were able to survive the trade. Some of my friends, Raj was able to hold this trade and closed that trade for a small profit as price made that pullback, okay. All right, what next in this pair? This line is now gone, all right. It's not a bad line. It has been broken down and broken up, so it is a bad line. We are not going to keep it in the chart. But at best, let's place this keep the line at that level of resistance, okay. All right, in the 4 hours time frame, any other level to draw? Well, maybe this one here, but not really a specific level. I would like to just keep this one here. Nothing more to draw. Nothing more to draw. Let's see the 1 hour time frame. In the 1 hour time frame, I was telling you that you should be expecting a range, okay. Should be expecting a sideways price action. It seems it's going up somewhere there. It will come back down again, just moving sideways within this area. You want to avoid trading here for now. There is nothing clear. Let's keep this line here. We'll keep shifting the line. All right, bring this one here. Okay, so nothing more for the euro against the sterling pound. So sadly, our stop loss was hit. I lost 0.5% here, okay. 0.5% here. The sterling pound against the American dollar was another trade that we took today. All right, we took our buy entry somewhere around in here. Price came all the way to hit the stop loss due to that news announcement and started pushing to the entry level. Well, we're very unfortunate trading even as that bank holiday was there. I think these are most of the reasons why we are seeing this quiet market here. The sterling pounds news announcement here, we thought we were going to close this trade out before that news announcement, but unfortunately we were trapped within that news, and price just hit the stop loss and move up again. Well, that is over. I also lost 0.5% here, a total of 1%. Okay. Okay, well, there is really nothing to do about that. All right, these are the levels that we should keep. This pair still has it's still likely to push to the upside, but then there is nothing really clear here at all. Okay, so avoid the pair itself. Remember, we were taught by Hector to avoid quiet markets, and this is just one of those quiet markets due to the bank holiday from America. So nothing to trade here. The euro against the Japanese yen is a pair that we placed a sell limit order in the aggressive Telegram group. Okay, we placed a sell limit order in the aggressive Telegram group. This pair made a pullback for a second chance. Okay, retesting that level of resistance and should be coming to the downside. We placed the sell limit order right here. The stop loss is somewhere around in here, quite far away for some reasons. But it hasn't been triggered. Price went very close to that order, then came back down. Due to this low market volume, price has lost momentum entirely. I wouldn't want to keep this order. Okay, so I'm going to delete my order right now. Please delete this stop order. Okay. All right, I'm going to take out all of these levels as well. Then this line marked to this high and to this low as well. In the long term, price seems to be coming back down, and we have a level right there. Let me see where that level falls in the 4 hours time frame. It's not really a strong level anymore. Price is small to the downside in this pair. The bias is bearish, but price is lacking absolute momentum here, and we don't want to get involved in this type of market condition. The sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. Let me take out. Okay, no, don't take it. We have a buy limit order for this one. We are going to keep it. Okay, it's a good one. It's what I really like to see because the risk reward ratio is fantastic. Okay, let me take out all of these lines. Mind you, these are all aggressive signals. They are not signals in line with our core strategies. Hector will not post these signals, and as well I will not post these signals. Okay. All right, so we are waiting for price to make that pullback to this area, that zone where we have possible support for a bounce to the upside in continuation of this already existing trend. Okay, so this is a high quality one, is something that I will want to keep. If you also are firing the 3SM indicator, although the trend field has not called for an uptrend, we might also be having the first bounce around that area. Okay, see how the dynamic area of support and resistance are all geared up towards that level. Okay, so if price comes here, it might pick our entry and begin to push to the upside in confirmation of this trending markets that we are seeing. So this is an early catch. It is an optimal area to catch this trend quite early if price makes that pullback to that level. So this is something to keep. All right, so that's my entry. In the 1 hour time frame, what do we expect? Just a range. But remember, we are expecting price to make some pullbacks. Going to mark to this low. and this high here. If price breaks this level, this one here, I will be very hesitant to sell into this zone. All right, this is a support area. I will not want to click on my sell button against that area. All right, let's look into the next pair, the sterling pound against the Swiss franc. This pair is just making a little bit of hesitation. The directional bias remains to the upside. This pair should be pushing to the upside any moment soon within this week. You want to be careful going short. Be extra careful, although there is nothing for us to trade here for now. All right, still a range. Continuation from August to this holiday. See that range here. The Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. This is a bearish pair. I was involved in a bad trade here, and I have over analyzed this pair, and all the results I got was that price will push to the downside. So this is our key level that we are watching. This key level, instead of holding your trade against this key level, simply close the trade and wait for that breakout pullback and continuation move to trade a fresh setup. Okay, so in this range we are waiting for the breakout, hopefully to the downside. We are more interested in breakout to the downside, then a pullback, and for a reversal move against this original push. So the Australian dollar against Japanese yen, let's watch out to see what will happen to that level. In the daily time frame, you can practically see the pressure, all right, the selling pressure on that candle. Can you see that? The selling pressure on that candle. You don't want to mess around with Australian dollar crosses, all right? All Australian dollar crosses for now. Don't even take a trade there. Look into the Forex Factory economical calendar for tomorrow. You will see that we have our interest rate announcement for the Australian dollar. Okay, followed by the Reserve Bank of Australia rate statement. So this is going to be a very volatile news event, and of course, although it is quite early, but then I will try. Okay, we will be in the market to see if we can catch any valid trading opportunity with this news announcement. Next pair. Okay, let's finish with this. Like I said, Australian dollar interest rate will define whatever it's going to happen here. So bank holiday slowing down everything. Interest rate anticipation also slows down everything for this Australian dollar pair. Euro against the American dollar. Let's see the in the daily time frame. Still some confusion there, but remember I told you that this pair is still looking to the upside. All right, it's still bullish. You want to be searching for only long opportunities, even though it is not really clear. But please be careful going short with the euro against the American dollar. We are more in a triangle formation. All right, so this is a range. Again, nothing to trade there. The American dollar against the Swiss franc. The time frame is still in a point of confusion, but then the price momentum is still to the downside. Remember that the fall was to the downside before the sideways bias. Even in this sideways bias, we are having lower swing highs and lower swing lows. Okay, so the momentum, the pressure is more to the downside in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. So you have to be searching for short opportunities. This is a key level that we should be watching. It's an area. Then we can keep this like a flat bottom triangle, which is more mimicking the euro against the American dollar. If you use your correlation tool, let's correlate the American dollar against the Swiss franc versus the euro against the American dollar. You see in the 1 hour time frame, they have high negative correlation. That means if the euro against the American dollar is pushing to the upside, the American dollar against the Swiss franc should be pushing to the downside. While we are seeing a flat top triangle in the euro against the American dollar, we are seeing a flat bottom triangle in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. So these are things that we have to watch. Look out for the breakout, pullback, and continuation move. The American dollar against the Japanese yen, a bank holiday candidate. Let's readjust at this line. Okay, nothing much. We have said this before, that in the monthly time frame, the bias is to the downside. You can see that triangle formation. The bias is to the downside, so we should be searching for shorter opportunities. In the daily time frame, we'll be watching this level of support here for a breakout, for us to trade all of the move to the next level of support. Right now, there's nothing to trade. The Australian dollar against the American dollar, another bank holiday candidate. Still a quiet market, a low volume market for today. Nothing much has happened to change anything, so don't waste your time here. Let me just peep into the daily time frame. Nothing. How about the American dollar against the Canadian dollar? Trading around the daily level of support. Nothing clear. Making frantic efforts to the upside. You can see that level there holding price as resistance. And more of a flat bottom triangle. Not really clear. The market volume there is too low, so just avoid it. The euro against the Swiss franc. This is a mess right now. Okay, where are we going to keep this? This is too close to the 4 hours level here. Let's mark to this high. Nothing more. A range. Bad market. The sterling pounds against the Japanese yen. This is another one that I am really liking. These are possible first valid setups for the September. Sorry about that. Held the level of support. I like to see this a lot, and we want a breakout to the downside for a pullback. Okay, so this is something we should keep our eyes on. Keep this pair on your radar. Okay, nice range, but we need a breakout. The euro against the Australian dollar. This support is holding price. Price is bouncing to the upside. I told you sometimes last week that I will not be ready to take any trade here. Okay, it's just to mix. Avoid taking trades there. We want price to move out of that region. Really nothing. And don't try to go short here. Okay, don't go short. This is the daily level of support. You will be clashing with that level of support. The euro against the Canadian dollar, another confusing pair. Maybe a London Open breakout setup for tomorrow. Let's see how this is going to end. If we get sideways Tokyo range, then we'll be trading the London Open breakout strategy. Okay, for a reversal move, that means a price. We're only interested in breakouts to the upside. If you like I said, I will not be trading taking any trade based on this line. Said that in the first live session. Now this trend line has been broken. So if we find that sideways Tokyo range, then we are trading the reversal move of this original trend by looking for a breakout to the upside. Okay, so that is the plan. Not today. The Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, I expected this pair to be bearish, but it's taking too long. Most persons have called it a shoulder head shoulder pattern formation already. This area here as the shoulder. Sorry, I'm having problems with my line. Okay, so this is the first shoulder. This is the possible head. This is another shoulder. Okay, no matter the type of pattern here, we need this level, this key level, very key level, to be broken and a pull back for a continuation move. So this is the level that you need to keep your eyes on. Price where, of course, that's already reacted off that point. You can see that in order to maintain the second shoulder, but we don't trade that. What you want to do now is to readjust your line. Price might come all the way there again before the bounce. In the 4 hours time frame, I don't really see any level here to draw. In the 1 hour time frame, this trend line, we got a fake breakout right there, but please don't go short. Right, don't go short yet. That's not a high quality signal. Let's just mark these levels. I like to keep just 2 lines. Let's mark to this low. Oh, 3 lines if we have to keep this one. All right, nothing more. It has been a sideways price movement. No clear directional hint. You always want to see price. I show you a clear directional hint before you will know what to trade. The New Zealand dollar against the American dollar, again a range. This is bound to continue. Okay, nothing. Sterling pounds against the Australian dollar, a range. I am sure the interest rate announcement will be able to move this price, this pair a bit. You can see the massive type of ranges that we have had. So interest rates should be able to move this pair a bit. Let's we'll be keeping this for the interest rate announcement. Is a candidate for us to trade the news. The sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. It's been a quiet session. Very quiet one. Nothing to talk about here. Look at what has happened for the entire day. This is too small. Okay, the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, trading around support. Let's see the daily time frame if there will be any possible setup. Oh, it's blasting that horn. All right, in the daily time frame, this is a level that has been holding price as support for the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. Well, let's watch that candle and see what's going to happen. If it is a doji, we will not be trading that. Okay, we want to see a standard pin bar, railway tracks, bullish engulfing candle. A doji, we will not be trading that. At any rate, a price is sitting around a level of support, and you should not be going short against that level. The Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at this. Daily time frame, weekly time frame. Heavy level of resistance. In the 1 hour time frame, let's watch this line. Let's watch this line very closely. If price is able to break this line, any pullback there, we'll be trading the trend collapse strategy. For now, don't take any trade. Price is reacting off a long-term level of resistance. If you click on your buy button here, it means you are ready to trade against that force that is bouncing price to the downside, and I am sure you don't want to do that. Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Not good. Stay away. Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar. Not in here. Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. This line is not a strong line. We can keep this one. Also not in here. The New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. Let's see our 3 SMA indicator. Okay, in the 1 hour time frame, in the 4 hours time frame, we got the previous low coming around the dynamic area of resistance in this case. Let's see if we have a trend line. You want to draw trend lines that runs inside the dynamic area of support and resistance, but this one is outside, so we will not be taking that. How about Fibonacci retracement levels? This is the high of that drop to the low. Well, I am afraid we might not be able to take this trade. That bounce right there. Okay, well, let's see how the pullback is gonna be. Okay, but from my experience, we might not be able to find any good trade at that particular level to the downside. Counter trend line, not really. Even if you draw this one right there, price might be bouncing quite early to the downside before pushing to the upside. So let's take out that. Wait for the pullback. We will be reading price. Okay, not in here. The New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Plenty of hesitation. So the type of markets you want to avoid completely. This line should now belong here. All right, nothing. See what has happened for the entire day. Avoid it. The New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. Going down gradually, but not really nice. Not in here, please. The euro against the New Zealand dollar. Again, not in here. We need price to come alive. We need good movement. Gold around that level of resistance. This level should now belong to the weekly time frame. It's too old for the daily time frame. Okay, so watch that in the weekly time frame. Don't trade any bounce off that level from the daily time frame. All right, that is basically all. Nothing to trade for now. It's been a quiet market, so please close your charts, go do some other things. We will be back by let's say during this news announcement, this interest rate news announcement around this time. You can check your local time. We'll be back exactly at that let's say few minutes to that time in order to see if we can trade this news announcement. Okay, it usually offers some profitable trading opportunities. All right, so that is all. Nothing here. If you have questions or contributions, please post them in the chat window, and we will be discussing there together. Once again, thanks for watching. I am sure the better days are just by the corner. We have left August. Today is a bank holiday, and the price has been really slow. Let's hope that the upcoming days will be much more better. Thanks for watching. See you during the Australian dollar interest rate announcement for us to see if we can catch any profitable trading opportunities. Bye for now.